Hello everybody and welcome back to the Gaming Power-Ups. On today's video we'll go over my March gaming haul. So sit back, relax, and let's see what I found. Hello everybody. So yes, we are going to be going over my March pickups. What did I find? What items did I get? What cool games did I find? So we'll start off with the first one. Oddly enough, one Pokemon game that I've actually never tried. It's Pokemon Ranger for the DS. So I got these next set of games all in a bundle. So it was actually kind of cool. So I've got a DS game, I've got a 3DS game, Skylanders. I don't really know much about Skylanders. I know that they are kind of amiibo-like characters that you can kind of drop onto a little portal and you can have them go into your game. Thinking more for the kiddos, less for me. Got a couple of sports games, kind of group these together. I'm not the biggest sports guy, but got them in a bundle, so that's pretty good. You got Tiger Woods, you got Madden 08, and you've got FIFA 06. All games which you didn't have anyway, so they will just take up space in the collection. Got Splinter Cell Double Agent. I'm not a huge fan of sneaking around and you know, just trying to take down enemies, but it'd be kind of a cool little challenge to give it a shot. Star Wars Battlefront 2. This is before they went crazy and then decided to put everything behind paywalls and DLCs and just money, money, money. This was the complete game. They gave you the complete game. Here it is, and you can play it and enjoy it right away. Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. Another Splinter Cell game, another kind of sneaking around, trying to get around and complete your missions without being spotted. A beast of a game, Resident Evil 4. I've actually never played it for the PS2. I've played it for the GameCube for a bit. I'm not the biggest fan of survival horror games. I love the genre, but the controls get me really frustrated because it's like driving a tank. But I get it because they want you to be immersed into the game, and if it was, you know, Call of Duty style controls, it probably wouldn't be as scary. Next up, probably one of the games I put the most time on my PS2, Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. So this one here, you know, took what they did with GTA 3 and, you know, just took it and ran with it. The soundtrack's awesome. The characters are great. Your character actually is a voice actor. It's actually voiced by Ray Liotta, which is really awesome. There's a lot of stars in there that you kind of just like, hey, wait, isn't that so-and-so from what's that movie? So it's kind of a cool little throwback, and, you know, who doesn't love the 80s? Last from that little haul was the Spartan Total Warrior. Kind of looks like a 300 style game. So pretty cool there. Next up, what I've found, a controller I've actually been looking for a little while, is the NES Max. So this was the first attempt at a joystick-ish kind of thing. Use your A and B button to start select, but it also had turbo buttons built in. And this is, you know, first party straight from Nintendo, so that's really cool. Next up, another controller. Switch Pro controller. Got another one so that, you know, me, the wife, and the kiddos could actually play a game all at the same time. We recently only had 3 controllers. So it was cool to be able to add this in. And I actually got this little protective silicone cover for it. I'm not usually the biggest fan of silicone protectors because usually the feel is off or it just feels bulky. But this one actually doesn't feel that bad. It's got a little bit of texture on the sides and on the front, as you can see here. And it's actually fairly thin. Feels really good in the hand. And it was like 50 cents, so can't only go wrong with 50 cents. Plus, kiddos touch this, so sometimes sticky hands, so it's good to have a protector on there. All right, next up is Joy-Con holders. I got 4 of these little holders. Came in a bundle pack. These are pretty cool because I don't Joy-Cons don't typically fit in my hand very well. They're a bit thin. When it's in tablet mode or handheld mode, it's pretty comfortable. But usually I'm not a fan of the accessory hand grips because they don't usually feel very well or adds too much bulk. I actually kind of really like these. It's by a company called Orzly. O-R-Z-L-Y. And interestingly enough, I've got a Joy-Con right here. It just pops right in. There's no, like, you know, clicking it in. There's no little strap that holds it in. It's it. Just push it in. Pressure holds it. Gives you, you know, gives you extra grip. And it doesn't feel, it feels like a controller. So, you know, it doesn't feel very odd. The only thing that feels a little bit odd is because obviously the right Joy-Con, the joystick's right in the middle, which I'm not a big fan of anyways. If I use a Joy-Con, I use the left side. Speaking of Joy-Cons, my lovely parents decided to gift the family another set of Joy-Cons. I actually had my eye on this color. It was a tie between this and gray when I first got my Switch. I ended up going with the gray. I love the red and blue. Reminds me of Mario. But you know, we didn't have another set of Joy-Cons. So I only had the two, and then I had the two Pro Controllers, which leads me into the next game, which is Super Mario Party. Super fun game. A little bit different if you've played Super Mario games in the past. They've got a new like team battle one. So you know, we played the other night, and it was me and my son against my wife and my daughter. And you kind of just move around almost like a tactical strategy kind of game, and you kind of collect, you know, your coins and your stars from there. But big public service announcement for this game: it will not work with anything else but a Joy-Con. So you cannot use a Pro controller with this. You cannot use a secondary Bluetooth controller with this. You can't use them, even if you're playing solo, with having them kind of clicked in like this. They have to be, each player has to have an individual Joy-Con. So I didn't know that at the time, so that was part of the reason why my parents were so gracious to gift this to us, because my kiddos were really upset after getting the game. We're like, brought it home, gonna play it, and they're like, oh, wait a minute, we all just need Joy-Cons. So it's fine, but if you have 4 players and you don't already have a set of Joy-Cons, you know, on top of the game, you're spending another $100 on Joy-Cons. So, you know, just keep that in mind. If you're gonna get the game, it's a lot of fun, but you do need a Joy-Con per player that's gonna be playing the game. So, you know, that being said, next up, we have, the reason I actually got the Pro Controller was so we could all play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So if you guys will check my previous video on kid-approved games, you'll see this is the star of that video. Awesome game. It's pretty much the port from the Wii U. You know, visually it's a little bit crisper, and you've got all the DLC content that would have been on the Wii U, and then they've added in. They've added all that in there, so there's nothing that you've got to unlock except the different customizing options for your carts. Next up, Kingdom Hearts, the story so far. So I was really excited to see that they put this on a pre-order. It comes with 9 games, which is amazing. They originally only had this as a pre-order bonus for buying Kingdom Hearts 3. So if you pre-order Kingdom Hearts 3, you got that as your pre-order bonus. Maybe you had to pay something on top of that, but I couldn't find anything about it. I just know that I had seen it, but I wanted kind of a collection for the PS4. It gives me the option to stream it. It gives me one option to have everything all on one disc, or 2 discs actually, but everything's there. And unfortunately, you just couldn't find it. So I luckily was somehow, you know, just happened to be searching on Twitter and saw that EB Games was posting that they had these for sale. So it was, I had to jump on it. It was awesome. Having 9 games in one collection. Couldn't ask for anything more. Next up, I have my trusty pint glass. Jingle, jingle, jingle. So I'm a fan for anything that is video games. I'm a fan of any kind of video game memorabilia. So as I've said in the past, if I can drink or eat or whatever it is out of something video game, I have to have it. So it's kind of cool too, because it is a color changer. I don't know how well it shows up on the camera, but some of the triangles are already the colors that are there, and then the inner triangles are the ones that respond to cold water. So you hear jingling around as there ice in my water, just so it would show up on there. Lastly, the most amazing thing that I got in March was from a good friend of mine, Aaron Go Brad, and he actually made me this perler canvas, and like the amount of detail that's in this thing is fantastic. Like from the little subtle Triforces in the corners, to the 3 pendants from A Link to the Past, you know, to Link from A Link to the Past. Like, it's just, it's awesome. It turned out so well. It was pretty much a surprise. I kind of knew. I was like, I'm kind of looking for something Legend of Zelda, and that's about it. I'm very indecisive with those kinds of things, and he came up with this, and it's fantastic. So if you guys are looking for any kind of perler art, check him out on Instagram, at Aaron Go Brad. I'll link it down in the description below. Still haven't found a spot to put it. I'll probably put it above my shoulder. So guys, that's been my my gaming pickups for March. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Did you guys pick anything up for March? Did you guys you know, splurge? Did you know, is there anything you have got your eye on for April? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, guys, game on.